Penumbra. Oh god, no. Oh god, I'm not playing that game. I'm not playing that game, no. I'm good, thank you.
I'm completely exhausted. I must have been tossing and turning all night. So hot in here, too. No wonder I keep having these weird dreams. I've basically been simmering in my own sweat every night this past week.
Oh,
Doesn't look like it's gonna cool down anytime soon, either. It's another sunny day in Newport.
Is Newport a place in America?
Well, it's a good thing the studio's got proper air conditioning. I promised myself I was going to spend most of the day
Newport or is it
working.
Newark?
I don't intend to break
Not
that
sure.
promise. Not this time.
Okay, so what we got in here?
I'm part of the
Whoops.
should be reading more but life's too short generation. We embrace our illiteracy. The last book I read was How to Seduce the Man of Your Dreams. Now, if I can just find a man to dream about, I'll be all set.
Well, if you need one, I mean, you know, the offer's there.
On again, off again diary. We've had a turbulent relationship, her and I. Dear
Can
diary,
I talk to it?
note to self. Dreams of talking trees and dragons aside, it's still no excuse for talking to inanimate matter in the real world. So quit it.
Oh, okay then. Yeah, at least she pokes fun at it. Can I take it? I can take it. What on earth is that?
My cash
Cash
card
card.
at the moment is really quite useless. There can't be more than $1 or $2 left in it.
Alright. Can I look at the diary?
I've been keeping a diary intermittently since I was 5 years old. Not the same one, of course. I started this
Aw.
one, I think, April of this year.
Yeah, because your name's April.
There's a loose sheet of paper in here. Hey, it's my timesheet from the cafe. I completely forgot I put it in here. Good thing I found it, because I'm broke.
That would be
It's a
helpful.
list of the hours I worked this past week at the cafe.
Okay.
That's my desk.
Desk.
So, theoretically, that's where I'm supposed to do my work. I think my muse has departed me for greener pastures, though, because lately, inspiration's been fleeting at best. It's
Okay.
a picture of me and my friends.
Can I take it? I can take it. What's in the closet?
The wardrobe is actually made of real wood, and not that synthetic crap that makes me sneeze and itch all over.
Open the closet. Toy monkey.
It's Constable Guybrush, my toy oh, ape. He doesn't much like being called monkey.
Can he hear us? We can just take
It's a
everything,
bunch of
can't we?
drawings I drew when I was a kid. I don't even know why I brought them here. They mean absolutely nothing to me. I could only carry
It's
one
meant to
suitcase
find you.
with me when I left home. There was so much I would have loved to bring, but c'est la vie. At least it was a clean break with my past. I guess when all my hard work starts paying off, I'll get a house and fill it with all kinds of new junk. The past, who needs it? Alright, so my
Quite
wardrobe's
a
sort
lot
of
of people.
chic deficient, but I can't afford to be cutting edge. Useful, practical, and cheap is my shopping mantra.
Yes.
I had to borrow some posters from the cafe, because I just can't afford to buy any of my own. When I think about it, that's so depressing. I'd better head over
Golly.
to the studio to do some work. Only 2 weeks until the big show opens, and my contribution is in serious need of attention. Might be a good idea to get dressed first, though.
Nah, come on, you're cool. Actually, you know what? That's fine too. That's fine too, girl.
Hey, babe.
Oh, I
Babe,
don't like this
you're
guy
looking
already.
real sexy today.
I don't like this
Zach,
guy already.
listen, I've got to run, and
What's going on, April? How you been?
I'll be
pretty good, and
I'll be
you?
friendly.
Fantastic. Listen, April, how about you and me getting together sometime soon? Like, tonight. The pavilion is really cooking this week. We could pop some raptures, do a little close dancing. How about
What the
it?
hell is raptures? Is that a drug in this world? Are you a druggie?
Let me think about it.
Think about it.
So think about it, babe. But don't keep thinking too long or I'll be gone. There are other birds in the sea, you know? Gotta go.
Oh, you are just an arsehole. What a grade A arsehole, sir.
What an asshole.
There we go. I like this girl. I like it. Farm? I guess?
Organic plastic. It grows, and it converts carbon dioxide into oxygen, just like real plants, but it doesn't need nourishment of any kind. Convenient, but disturbing.
That'd be cool. Can I take the plant? I can take the plant. Right, so what else we got?
It's a fact, as in FACT,
Damn!
Free Access Terminal.
Damn, girl! 1999? Not bad.
Computer.
Voice interface is not installed. Please use the touchscreen interface to
How do you know I was talking to you
free
then?
access terminal.
Oh, okay.
Why
I was
not
talking to you then.
consider a very reasonable upgrade? In addition to a voice interface, true holo display technology and Instacredit compatibility.
Holo.
No, I'll just use my hands, thanks.
You are missing out on a great
You
opportunity.
can hear me!
If you upgrade now,
Hold on. You understood that. You have a voice interface installed already.
There we
Why
go.
would I pay to have another one installed?
current voice interface is for sales purposes only. If you take advantage of this very affordable upgrade today,
No, really. This terminal doesn't belong to me.
noted. Please refrain from voice communication in the future, or you will be reported to the FACT FUB and charged for processing time.
FUB?
Fair Use Bureau. They are authorized to carry deadly arms.
Well, whatever. Sorry.
Over fair use? Bloody hell. What are you saying
What?
about yourself?
I got something on my face? Is my hair okay? What are you looking at?
I like this girl. I really like this girl. Alright, what we got? What we got? This big ass TV.
The omnipresent screen. I don't pretend to know how it works, but all the data apparently passes through tiny little black holes in the fabric of our dimension. You know, that really
What?
freaks me out when I think about it.
That's weird. What we got here?
Be considerate. Keep the volume down after 11 p.m. Fiona.
Yes, ma'am.
Common Room Duty Roster, July 27th. April and Emma. Oh, joy. Manual labor. My favorite.
Who doesn't love that?
Look,
Monkey.
it's Monkey Boy.
Yay!
Pizza and Movie Night, Monday, July 31st. BYOS. BYO what? Soap? Annual
Okay.
Summer Blowout at the Fringe Cafe, Friday, August 4th, 8 p.m. Free food. Live performances by Royne Dale. Harlequin Masquerade. The Go-Getters. Tickets available at the bar. $10 only. Spread the word.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but big sweaty jocks do not turn me on. I'll take a nerd any day.
Again, I'm just saying if you're looking, options there.
I can't tell what that note's saying as long as it's up there. Fiona's handwriting is not particularly legible.
I can just take it.
Found. A gold ring under the common room sofa. If it's yours, let me know. But no false claims, please. Fiona. I did lose a gold ring a few weeks ago. I hope this is the one. I'll have to ask Fiona about it.
It most likely is. Oh,
It's
you
a
can
picture of
you can
Charlie,
sleep.
Emma, and me in Florence Park. Marcus took it about a month ago before it got real hot.
You and Marcus, or the weather?
They really knew how to design tacky furniture back in the late 22nd century.
Take a matchbox. Take a match.
It's a matchbook.
It is, well done. Oh, you're Fiona. Hey, Fiona. Actually, nothing on that.
Morning, Fiona.
Good morning, darling. You're up early.
Yeah, I couldn't sleep.
Are you feeling all right? You look a little pale.
Had a
I
nightmare.
had a bad nightmare.
Again? Well, you're not the only one, darling. Mickey woke me up screaming in the middle of the night. She wouldn't go back to sleep until I made her a cup of herbal tea.
Nightmares?
Mickey short for Michelle?
Apparently. But she refuses to tell me what they were. I think she's embarrassed.
That doesn't sound like Mickey.
I know, darling. Don't tell her I said so. But I've never seen her so agitated in my life. She scared the hell out of me.
I don't know why I have nightmares. I guess they could be stress-related. After all, the exhibition's right around the corner.
Oh, yes. The school exhibition. How's that going?
God, don't ask. I have no idea how I'm going to finish my painting on time. I haven't felt inspired in ages.
I think you work too hard, darling. You need to
Darling.
relax once in a while. Live. Enjoy your youth. There's inspiration to be found in hedonism, you know.
No, I don't know, but apparently you do.
What is hedonism?
I'm an authority on the subject, darling. Ask Mickey. She'll tell you I don't lift a finger around the place unless I absolutely have to.
Where's everybody
where
this
is everyone?
morning?
Mickey's tied up in the basement.
Oh.
Mind you, she's not literally tied up, of course, although that is a tempting thought.
Oh my.
Are you getting into your sexual fantasies here, Fiona? Because it's a little too early in the morning for that, don't you think?
No, it's not.
Sorry, I just can't help myself. Anyway, the plumbing is... You probably noticed when you took a shower, yeah? There's no hot water.
You took a
So
shower?
Mickey's working on that. Getting knee-deep in putrid canal water is her job, thank God.
What about Charlie? He up yet?
No, he's still sleeping, and Emma just went to bed. I saw her come in when I was making breakfast. Do you know who she's seeing now?
I don't know. Some guy?
Those lads I see her with, darling. She's too good for those arseholes. I wish she'd find herself
It's just
a man
meant to
who'd
be a
treat
British
her
thing
right
where we
for
say darling a
once.
lot.
She hasn't had much luck with love, no?
She's a magnet for creeps, and she's so pretty. They prey on her, you know, bastards.
I've tried to talk to her about it, but Emma's impulsive. She doesn't listen.
She's just as headstrong as you and me, darling, but I'm sure she'll be all right. She's smart and resourceful, and not afraid to speak up for herself.
Nah, we Brits don't like
Shouldn't
it
you
hot.
be outside enjoying the good weather?
You joking? Bollocks to that. I'll stay inside until September, thank you very much. It's too bloody hot.
Very, very British.
Can I
Sure.
ask you a few questions?
Why, certainly, darling. About what?
Did I stop her from getting up? Tell
Tell
me
me
about
about
Emma.
Emma? Why, she's your best friend, darling. I don't know what to tell you that you don't already know. You girls are so close.
That's true. The day we met, we clicked instantly. It was strange, but cool.
Like me and Mickey, then. Except for the sex, of course.
That's a pretty
Oh,
big
you're
except
lesbian.
for Fiona.
Oh, I guess so. She's the crazy one, Emma is.
Wait,
Not
1999
crazy
and they
as
just
in
threw a
mad
lesbian
as a
couple in
hatter,
the
but
game?
Crazy in a good
And that
way.
wasn't a big
Fun
deal?
to be around.
Huh.
Emma's always been a little weird.
Exactly, darling. She's a flirt, too, and the boys seem to drop like flies at her feet. No wonder. She's a real looker, I don't have to tell you. I'm sure she could have been a model if she'd wanted, but she's an artist, and a good one, too. I really think she'll be a successful artist. Her sculptures are getting a lot of attention.
Anything else you can tell me about Emma?
She ought to be a little more careful sometimes. She's a flirt, and although she doesn't mean any harm, some lads don't take too well to being teased and rejected. You should tell her that, though, being her best friend and all.
I have told her. She won't listen.
No. She does worry me a little, but she's a big girl and she can take care of herself. I'm certainly happy to have her living here. Next to you and Charlie, she's my favourite tenant.
What which do you prefer? April or Charlie?
What did you think of me when we first met?
That's a peculiar question, isn't it? I thought you were quite lovely. I still do, darling.
Do you remember the day I arrived?
Of course, darling. It wasn't that long ago, and I'm not senile quite yet. It was in May, wasn't it? Charlie referred you to me, and you were quite at a loss. First day in the city, wasn't it? I remember. You looked like a lost puppy.
Puppy? Me?
When I saw you lugging that suitcase across the bridge, my heart went out to you. I'm glad you came here. You could have been lost anywhere else.
How long have you known
How long
Charlie?
have you known Charlie?
Oh, he's one of our oldest tenants. It's close to 3 years, I believe, since he moved in. Charlie is always in a good mood, and he's such a gentleman.
I agree. He's an actual, genuine gentleman.
And you don't see a lot of gentlemen these days, trust me. You have a very good friend in him, darling. Perhaps even more than a friend.
What do you mean, more than a friend?
Not for me to say, darling. If you don't realize it yet, you will.
Oh, it's one of those things where he likes her, but she doesn't know it. Okay. Alright then. Yeah, what's up with the arsehole
What's
upstairs?
up with Zach Lee?
Zach? I think we both feel the same way about him, darling. He's not actually a bastard. If he was, I'd have had him out of here in an instant. But he is an arse, and a stuck-up, pompous, arrogant wanker.
My
Damn
thoughts,
right.
exactly. Aside from that wanker bit.
No, especially
Still,
the wanker
he
bit.
pays his rent on time, and he doesn't make a lot of noise. He keeps to himself. And most importantly, he's shit scared of me, so I can't just kick him out.
British women are scary. Tell me
Tell
about
me a
yourself.
little bit about yourself, Fiona.
Me? Why? It's not much to say, darling. I love my job, I love Venice, and I love being with Mickey. I'm a happy girl.
Wait, when Venice?
Sure, sometimes I wish I could go back to England to see my family, but that's
Wait, when
water under the
Venice?
bridge, so to
I
speak.
thought-
I'm very happy with myself and my life here in Newport.
Yeah, Newport. I thought Newport was in America. How long have you been together?
How long have you and Mickey been together?
Mickey and I have been together since I was 19. She was in her late 30s then. The older, wiser,
Wait, what?
worldly woman. I found her sweet and charming and intriguing. When I finally realized she was neither of those things, it was too late. I was in love. She stole me away from my dreary British inner-city life, and she brought me here. She was no knight in shining armour, that's for sure, but she knew how to treat me like a woman.
You guys make a
Oh,
great
boy.
couple.
You think so, darling? Yes, I guess we do. And the sex is amazing.
You never
She
get tired
loves
of
talking about
talking
sex
about
life.
your sex life, do you?
There we go.
Never. And if I ever do, please shoot me.
Can you tell me something about
Sure.
the border house?
That's one of my favourite topics, darling. What precisely
I
do
can
you
see there
want to
being a
know?
lot of dialogue here. Yep, there's a lot of dialogue.
What made you decide to run a boarding house?
That's a long story. One of the reasons Mickey and I got together was that we shared a passion for the classic English country inns. You know,
I don't really have those anymore.
quaint, weathered buildings, funny old ladies, and oddly suggestive names like the Lazy Cock.
So why
Fun
come here
fact.
to the big city?
I actually been to a place
America?
called the Lazy Cock.
We wanted to create a place with a similar atmosphere and hospitality
I think it's
here
been
in
demolished.
Newport. Like a safe house for people like you and I to call home.
It's a bit upsetting.
If only for a short while. So we discussed different options for a few months, and then we decided we wanted to start a boarding house for young, penniless students and artists.
You decided you wanted to do that here in Venice?
We knew that Venice was the place for us long before we came here, but the hard part was finding a building cheap enough.
And this building was available?
Not at first. Like most of the buildings in Venice, this one used to be a factory, but when we first looked at it, a local company was planning to turn it into a bar and nightclub. It was so perfect for our purposes, though, that we appealed to the Venice Borough Council, and after outlining our plans, they gave us the go-ahead at a reduced price, provided we kept our promises regarding our tenants.
Not bad. It's a pretty simple name. That's what it says on
What
the tin.
inspired the name Border House?
That came quite naturally when we saw the place. It's on the border between two worlds, isn't it? Between Venice and the city itself. And at the same time, I also believe we're on the border between two more abstract worlds. Between art and spirit on the one hand, and science and technology on the other.
That's very
What's the
poetic,
chances of
Fiona.
that ever happening?
Yes, I've practiced. I may be an inner city girl, but I can philosophize and bullshit with the best of them.
Good. I like Fiona.
Do you and Mickey own the place together?
We own it together, yes, and we've shared the responsibilities between us. Mickey takes care of the maintenance of the building, and I busy myself with the administrative tasks. I also take care of the day-to-day management of our tenants, like deciding whether or not to let someone rent a room. And, of course, the unpleasant business of booting someone out.
I thought you enjoyed that part.
Yes, all right. In some cases I do, but not always. It can get quite messy.
Thanks for the information.
I'm glad I could help you out, darling.
Are we good? No, there's more.
What's the story behind my
Yes.
apartment?
Your apartment? It's more a room than anything else. Not much more than a large closet, really.
It's not that small.
It's one of our smallest rooms, but it's cheap and it's on a nice floor.
It's not right
I hope
size.
you're happy there.
I like it. It's convenient, and it's got an interesting view.
I didn't
That's
check.
nice to hear, darling. As for the story behind it, no unexplained deaths or hidden pirate treasures, I'm afraid. Just a long
Damn.
string of students on a tight budget.
Do you like Newport?
The city? I stay in Venice most of the time. It's easy to forget we're just a tiny little pocket in the middle of a sprawling urban wasteland. But do I like it? I think Newport is one of the great cities of our age. Love it or hate it, you can't argue with that.
And
Wait,
which
so
one is it?
Venice,
Love or
is
hate?
Venice in Newport or
I haven't
outside
decided
Newport?
yet, darling. Ask me again in another 15 years. Perhaps I'll have an answer then.
What can you tell me about Venice?
I don't really know much about the history of Venice. You should really ask someone with an interest in local affairs. What I do know is that this whole neighborhood used to be an industrial area, and that about 100 years ago they converted most of the buildings into residences for students and the homeless. And it's
Okay.
a nice place to live, certainly. Friendly people, liberal attitudes, great clothing stores, quite perfect, aside from that dreadful stench from the canals in the summertime.
Just like the Thames.
I don't have any more
no, we're
questions right
done.
now.
Don't hesitate asking if there's something else you want to know.
I'd better get going.
Better be going.
Off to school.
Yeah, there are no more classes this semester, but I have to finish my painting by next Thursday.
Well,
For
no,
what
as
it's
well.
worth, darling. Good luck. And don't work too hard, all right?
Seriously, she has said darling more times than any person I've ever met. So, like, look at the ring. Boy.
Found a gold ring under the common room sofa. If it's yours,
There we are.
let me know. But no false
Oh,
claims, please.
no.
Fiona.
Do I give?
I saw this note on the corkboard. I think the ring might belong to me.
I'm sorry I have to ask, but could you describe the ring?
Sure thing. It says Sweet 16. My dad gave it to me. I think it was the only birthday of mine he remembered, or at least acknowledged.
Well, that's
Yes,
pleasant.
that's the one. I found it under the sofa when
Struggling
I was vacuuming.
artist with the
Here
daddy
you are,
issues. This can only go over
Thanks.
well.
It's not worth much, but it's got a certain sentimental value for me.
It's a very pretty ring.
Yeah, it is. My dad never gave me anything pretty before or since. He must have won a poker game or something that day. You know what's strange?
Wow.
I don't hate him. He's a bastard and he treated me like crap almost every single day of my life. But I don't hate him. I feel sorry for him.
Why?
Because he doesn't know how to love. He can't love anybody or anything. And because he'll be miserable every second of every minute of every day until the day he dies. God,
Oh shit.
I'm glad that life is behind me. I hope I never have to see him again. No, that doesn't sound right. I've made a choice not to see him again. Ever.
Well. Bye, Fiona.
I feel like someone's
With
staring
that.
at me.
Never mind, I'm not saying that.